My name is Darryl Winston, pastor of Greater Works Assembly in Atlanta, Georgia. Excited about this opportunity to share. We are a ministry located in Atlanta, Georgia, the urban area. Have been for the past 13 years, working extensively in transforming blighted communities. We are involved in any number of causes and faith-based initiatives aimed at addressing the plight of the poor and the underserved. We have been involved in raising the awareness of HIV and AIDS, and also participating in advocating for the least, the lost, the disinherited, the disenfranchised, and those who have been left, and particularly those who have been marginalized to suffering. We believe that as followers of Jesus that we are called to impact the world and make the world better than it was that we found it. We believe that it is our charge to work with people from all nationalities and backgrounds and complexities, and transcend our differences to form a partnership, a synthesis, if you will, of the Spirit, and to engage in global initiatives that will increase, that will inspire, and certainly that which will cause people to know that all of us are intricately and tied together in the same, and as Dr. King said, in the single garment of destiny. Therefore, we are excited about just making an impact. Check us out, Greater Works Ministries in Atlanta, Georgia. We are called to do greater works. I want to introduce someone who I love dearly. She is my helpmate, my partner. She is called alongside of me to work, and I want her to introduce herself. Her name is Joaquina Winston.
Hello, everybody. I am Joaquina Winston. Also, partnership in ministry at Greater Works Assembly. I'm excited about being able to do some of the awesome things that we've had an opportunity to do, especially in the area of education and in the disproportionate measures that education is being handed out with our children, especially in the United States, how there are those, the least of these are seemingly disregarded as or regarded as those who are not able to or not afforded the same opportunity for education as those who are the haves as opposed to the have-nots. So our mission is to make sure that every child is educated. Every child is educated to the highest possibility, everything that they're supposed to have. Our mission is to make sure that every child who wants education, desires education, is able to get that education at the same level as any other child. So I'm excited about those things that we've been given to do, the charge, especially in the educational arena.
How many children you have impacted so far, and how long you have been doing this?
I have been an educator. I've been in education for about 20 years now. I have taught at the elementary school level, I've taught at the middle school level, I've taught at the high school level, and I've taught adults. So I have been able to impact the lives of many children and adults in the area of education. I've taught in the private school. I've taught in public school. I also am, my master's degree is in learning disabilities and special education. So I have a heart for those who have been labeled or deemed as those who can't learn. And my philosophy is that everyone can learn. We just have to find out how we need to educate them. So I've been able to touch the lives of many, of hundreds of young people and adults through education.
For this charity, how long you have been doing this charity stuff?
About 17 years.
In 17 years, what is your number of people you have impacted their life?
I would say thousands, hundreds of thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Not just limited to our locale. However, we've launched initiatives that have impacted the globe. We were involved in working through Hurricane Katrina. We have been involved in sponsoring missionaries and sending resources and supplies internationally. We have a piece that we want to do called Seeds of Greatness, and connect, that was the name of our school, and connect youth all over the world with children of various ethnicity and religious beliefs, to show the world that our children are able to do what many of our adults find it difficult to do, and that is connecting and finding common ground. Our whole emphasis in these next several months is going to be using technology to upload the youth of our generation and feature their uniqueness, their genius, and to showcase the power that is in the youth of this generation, and how these future leaders are going to be the ones who transform the world.
If someone is watching this video and they are so inspired what you're doing right now, how they can help you?
The one thing that they could do is we have a PayPal account. They can partner with us. Our goal is to get computers in the inner city in the hand of every family. There's still quite a bit of American families in urban Americas and blighted communities without access to technology other than the schools. We are endeavoring to have a technology camp throughout the summer at our church. We need the computers donated. We need the capacity to access the internet through wireless devices. We also are looking for partners who enable us to set up what we call an international exchange, where the youth in various countries can connect and have international youth town hall meetings, where youth of various cultures speak about the causes that are impacting the lives of youth, be it poverty, be it poor school, healthcare issues, all of those things. And our whole passion is to raise the awareness of the genius inside of the youth, so they can partner with us on the Seeds of Greatness project, believing that innately, what is it when we call it, that every child can learn, and the Seeds of Greatness piece.
Seeds of Greatness is actually encompasses a lot, but the biggest part of that is the educational portion of it. We know that in many of our cities in the United States of America, a lot of the children are subject to tests and subject to things that would determine their progress in education, where we know that one test cannot measure a child's knowledge, that it cannot measure a child's success in school and in education. So we're working towards being able to not only equip these children for education, but if they're equipped in their learning, then they're not concerned about passing one test, and that test, their educational future does not hinge on one test. So that's just one portion of it. Another portion of it would be in partnering with other youth and other children who are also interested in the same things that affect children all over the world, whether that be family issues, family dynamics, whether that be the same things that hurt them, emotional issues, things in relationships. Those are some of the things that we want the children to be able to come together and capture as a part of this mission for international and global unity through the children.
Okay. Through this, thank you so much for sharing. Through all this, you have been doing this. How many parents are in your people? You have impacted tens of hundreds of thousands of people in your charity.
Yes,
you maintain the database of all.
We don't have a database per se, or we're building our database through Twitter and through social media. We are new to that to a certain extent. However, much of what we have done, we've done as collaborative initiatives, whether churches and agencies. However, we've been able to track to a certain degree the impact and measure the outcome, because much of what we've done has attracted international and media coverage. Everything from being involved in child trafficking and speaking out against child trafficking laws.
Understood. My question is, someone who has donated money to your charity, do you know who that person is?
No. Most of our donations come from private, most of our donations come from our congregations or other churches, and in certain
So you
places.
don't know the donor, you are non-profit to non-profit, you got all those funding for you? You don't have a direct donors to your place?
No.
No, okay.
And I would say the largest donor we've ever had was $5,000, and it came anonymously through the Christian Foundation.
So you don't even know that person? Too?
No.
Oh, that's good. That's a good problem. You got the money, but you don't know who the person is?
They didn't, they wanted to remain anonymous. Anonymous, yeah.
I got it. How many churches donate you right now?
How many?
Churches? You know, all
many
other
churches?
nonprofits? How many of them donate you on regular basis?
Not many on a regular basis.
Here and there.
Excuse me?
Here and there.
Here and there, yeah.
How many? 5, 10, 2, 3, 20?
It could, in certain times, we've had, I guess, maybe 10, no more than 10 or 15 here and there.
They're all from Atlanta or they're from all over U.S.?
We've had some donations from outside of Atlanta and outside of, in other parts of the U.S.
How they find out about you, that you exist, and they want to donate donate?
Some of them have found out through media exposure, coverage of our causes.
So do you have a one-to-one relationship with the guy over there in the church where you call, hey, I need help?
No.
Again?
No.
No? Let's say I have a church and I give you $5,000 one time. Do you know who I am in that church? So you can come back to me, okay, this month I need $1,000 more.
Now, there is, we do have a couple
yes.
people like that.
I wasn't clear on what you were asking.
Okay,
Yes.
that's
yes.
probably my accent, so
Yes.
it's okay. You know?
Yes. No, yes, we are able to track those types of donations. If someone was to give to us, normally, as my husband stated, if someone is donating, it's usually for a cause.
Yeah.
And so we're able to go back to those people and say, this is what we're doing to further or advancing in that cause.
This is the outcome of your...
Right. So we'll make sure they know what the outcome of their giving was and give them an opportunity to give again.
Do we give them the report back, what happened on that cause?
Yes.
Is ongoing status on that
Yes.
cause?
Oh, yeah.
Because the people
Yes.
really want to know what's
yeah.
happening.
Yes.
Measured
Yes.
outcome.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Measured outcome, certainly, yeah.
Yes. We definitely keep them abreast of what's going on with that cause that they've seeded into or that they've given to.
I don't know the exact detail, I just need the number at abstract level. How much money every month you really need to run your charity? What you're doing right now, not where you want to go.
Right now, we need to run it at the level it needs to be in terms of volunteers and the infrastructure. I would say easily 15,000. 15,000.
And that's just to run it. That's not
We ran
so
for
extra.
our school. We ran in the youth ministry initiatives that we did last 2 years ago. We ran off of a $45,000 a month budget, including we did a Saturday enrichment aimed at literacy.
So how you raise that 45,000? You collect that money from other sources, some sponsorships and all that stuff? Or
No, most of it came from our contract with the state of Georgia, as well as some private donations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. But you are not on debt. There's no debt. You always collect money first before you spend it.
Do we
Oh
collect?
yes. No, we're not indebted to like that. We would have to no.
Okay.
So we collect the money and then we use that for what we need in terms of for resources. Yes.
Did she take out all that?
No, she hasn't.
Let's take a very closing statement. How somebody could help you?
Okay, you go ahead, and then I'll finish.
The biggest way for us to get help right now would be to receive resources in terms of equipment, technology, books, curriculum.
Before you say technology, I can help you on technology.
Okay.
Oh,
That's done.
Okay,
awesome.
that's done there.
That's
Great.
done.
Of course, financial resources in terms of money to be able to keep the programs running, to purchase what we need or to make sure that we have what we need to actually run the programs. So I think at this point, and then in terms of knowledge, someone can help if they have knowledge in those areas that we've spoken about, experience in those areas, in terms of some of the initiatives that we're doing.
I can help you on experience too.
Oh, great.
I know too many people who have the experience in your world, in technology, finances, and connecting to the right people. That can reduce your cost down.
Yes.
And they can help you to actually achieve what you want to do.
And those I would say those would be our top.
Oh, so but just coming and meeting with me for the last 15 minutes, your top problem is solved?
I would say the most overall. When I say the people resources, meaning those who have the knowledge, and you said that those are something that you could assist us with, but those who have knowledge with writing the infrastructure, or laying down the infrastructure of certain programs or things that we're trying, that's still in the development stage, to help us develop those and really tweak them so that they'll be successful programs. We don't want to start something that can't have an impact on.
If someone want to look at what you're doing right now, what is your website? Say it slowly.
Our website is greaterworksassembly.org. That's greaterworksassembly.org. Or you can find us on Facebook under Greater Works Assembly and Twitter at Greater Works.
Your wife is wonderful. She speaks well from her heart.
Thank you.
What would you want to say? Add on something what she probably has missed.
I say for us, the need would be so that we can create opportunities, jobs for many of our youth and our staff. It takes money to bring the skill set that is needed to operate the type of programs that we want to operate at the level that we want to operate. We would need certain funds for staffing, as well as we need to bring on grant writers. There are those some grant writers will write or put a percentage of their grants in the grant, but many of them want retainer fee. And if you get a grant writer who is successful and who has a track record of documented funding, they ask to be retained. So these are the kind of things we want to be able to do to increase our ability to serve, to increase the capacity to impact. We have to have this next level of skill set that will enable us to further our mission and to continue to do what we're called to do.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you.